Hey friends, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, which may very well be the case given my lengthy hiatus that I am coming off of right now. Just in time for the holiday season, I will put that out there. I've had quite the tumultuous couple of months trying to get my PC back up and running, but I have done it and I've been operating on it for about a month, and I'm confident that I am ready to come back into the swing of things and posting regularly on YouTube again. I didn't want to start posting not knowing that I could commit to a regular schedule again. It's probably more of a me thing, but like obviously I want to give this my all. It's something I really enjoy doing, and yeah, I'm just happy to be back and getting into it. That being said, we are building a little Christmas holiday market here today. I am building in Windenburg, so we definitely have some European inspired vibes happening here. I was looking at a lot of Christmas markets in Germany and kind of using that as some inspiration. So hopefully I did okay. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below. And with that, let's get into the build itself. Right now I'm building the first of, I believe, 3 actual wooden built stalls, like with this log texturing to them. I do have some little market tables set up in a stretch on the other side of the lot too, so there will be lots of places for your Sims to go meander and shop some locally made goods and tend some market tables themselves. You know, you can walk up to one, fill it with your stock, and maybe make some sales. So this will be a good lot for that. I did make the lot the community market from the Eco Lifestyle pack, so it does function in that market style sense too. So this first stall here though, I do make it a little hot chocolate station. I use one of the actual vendor stalls from the university pack. I'm not sure if it is 100%, but I do believe it might be a debug item. Nonetheless, you do get it in the game if you have the university expansion pack. So you can plop it here and have it be a fully functioning and NPC tended stall. I do only have one of these stall types on the lot because I know that it can get a little bit glitchy with them in terms of having multiples where it's hard to get NPCs to come and tend multiple stalls at the same time. So kept it simple, just went for the basic hot cocoa stall, and of course we needed a little seating area out front. I do also throw in, it's a new base game item with one of the more recent quests we've had in game, and it's a little hot cocoa tray. So even if you didn't have this university stall and had to replace it with a stall that you did have in your game, it would function as a little hot chocolate area, so not to worry there. This other stall that I'm building right now is going to be like a little bakery stall, so it's going to have some baked goods. This one is not as functioning as some of the other stalls. This one's more for decoration, but I do put like a little register there and make it look like a fully running thing. There's some stools in behind too for the supposed renters to come and sit. I do some in gameplay with this at the end of the video just to show off the build a little bit. One of those things I'm trying to level up in my editing a smidge now that I am back and committed again. I wanted to kind of play around with a little video style and editing style, so hopefully it translates well and comes across and is enjoyable. I'm hoping it just makes the watching experience flow a little better and keep you hooked, so to say. Just plopping down a bunch of random holiday festive themed items in this little corner here. Those won't be all staying there because it is obviously really cluttered, and most of them do come from debug, but not all of them. I love those little signs. I end up replacing all the signs on the actual stalls with these ones and make it look more uniform. So that one on the left with the more modern coffee looking sign will be replaced with one of those more whimsical festive signs, and I do love how it turned out. This massive Christmas tree in the middle isn't so much for functionality as it is decoration. You'll see what we end up doing there. I do use tulle a little bit to make this whole setup happen, but I do love how it turns out. And I will say that when I'm doing the actual gameplay at the end, trying to get my little video clips, I did have to test out this market and make sure it was fully functioning to get the Sims where I wanted them and such. So I will say that I did come through there, and it turns out really cute. So even though you have two of these stalls that are iffy on their functionality, and I say iffy because the one we're working on now, the table is somewhat loaded, so it would be hard for your Sim to come and load it with their stock, but I did have a Sim come and tend this table for the videoing at the end, so it does work in that sense. But all the other things that end up around this lot make it feel full and usable in terms of the activities to do, and it works for all age ranges, which I think is something that I was really going for with this being a festive holiday market. I wanted it to feel like kids could come here too and really enjoy the experience, and not just being dragged along by mom and dad for their yearly Christmas shopping that they don't really care about doing, because obviously Father Winter is going to be bringing the gifts this year. But yeah, you'll have to see at the end how it all turns out. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I am so proud of this lot, and even down to like the decor on this particular vendor station that I have set up with the Christmas cards and, you know, the handmade pottery vases and candles and fizzy juice. It just feels really homey and cozy and comforting, and I like this little overhang roof that I have going on both of these, a little bit of snow protection, and when we do the video at the end, I bring out the full-on snow, so it's gonna feel so festive watching that little clip. I can't wait for you guys to see it. If you can't tell, I'm really proud of this one, guys. But anywho, when it came to these stalls, I really wanted to capture three big things. I wanted the cozy hot cocoa stall, a little baked goods stall, and then a gift stall. And so we really overloaded this one with those gifts. And I really wanted to fit an ice rink smack in the middle of this lot, but the lot was just a little too small, and I was also dead set on the lot, especially at this point of the build, so I ditched the ice rink idea, unfortunately, but at the end, I'm not really missing it all too much. I think what we did instead of the ice rink just makes it feel more fun and playable. There's a little bit more to do than just having one big feature item in the middle. And I will say that the item I pick instead for kind of the center of the lot-ish is probably a little bit better in terms of coziness. And you can always make an ice rink at like a neighboring lot and make this like a whole Christmas community center, because why not? All right. Now here I want to touch right on what I'm doing in this moment of the build, because it was kind of a fun part for me. This is where I wanted to make it feel very whimsical and kid-friendly. So this table on the left right now, that colorful one, I set it up like a little face painting station. So while that won't necessarily work, it checks the vibe box. And then the craft tables on the other side, it is so cute that the child Sims in-game actually come over and use these craft tables and that science station, so I do pat myself on the back for that one. And here, using Tool, I'm getting a couple more child-friendly items. The swing set, obviously those aren't child-exclusive items, so your other Sims can come in and enjoy that too. And then on the other side, I end up balancing it out with a couple washrooms, so that's a neat little feature as well. It just looks really cute. Not the washroom feature, but just like the centerpiecing of it, so to say. On this little corner here, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I needed to get a seating area in here somehow too, so I went with the Snowy Escape picnic tables because they had those nice cozy blankets on them, and I mean, they kind of look like snow too, so when you've got all the snow laid out on the ground, it just blends so nicely and fits the theme. I put a tea little tray there too, and made that a functional item. And as you can see, I dropped every nutcracker I could find in every color, and here is that centerpiece that I was talking about. So I ended up going with a bonfire, which I think brings the absolute coziness to the build, especially being near the hot cocoa station. I wanted to have some seating that looked like it was permanently there, and then some seating that looked like some Sims had come up and maybe set up their little spot for the day or evening to spend with their family around the bonfire going into the festive season. An excuse to cuddle up close, get nice and warm and cozy. This lot would also be a fantastic date spot if you're looking for more lots to take your Sims out for those get to know you dates. I feel like this would be such a cute first date storyline to go shopping at a Christmas market. And here is what we're doing with this Christmas tree. I don't know if you can tell, but this red throne in the middle I picked specifically to look like St. Nicholas's chair, Santa Claus here. But this is actually going to be the photo op of the lot. So I set it up using the Moschino Stuff tripod, and I maybe put a couple foot placements too just in front of the tree. So if you have just a couple that wants to take a picture in front of the tree and not so much a whole family that wants to set up like they're visiting Santa at the North Pole, then you can do that as well. Got lots of lanterns going through the lot, so when you see the walkthrough at the end, I do it in the evening hours so you can see the full effect of all the lighting on the lot too, and all the twinkles and yellow dim tones. It just pulls together the whole festive vibe that I wanted to go with here. Obviously we needed a nice little entrance too, so I got that archway set up, and I'm just going around with all those finer details that try and make this look more festive and Christmassy. I did kind of contemplate getting a wedding arch in here. I thought that could have been really cute for your really Christmassy Sims, but it didn't end up happening for me. It just looked in the way. It blocked the photo op, and I felt like it was best doing it without. You will notice a slight difference in this part of the build from here versus the walkthrough at the end, because when I went to finish the lot and check all my required items, something I missed unfortunately at this point of the build, I realized I was actually missing one market table, because this one from that Home Chef Hustle kit, stuff pack, didn't actually function as a market table, so I couldn't have it as that community market from the Eco Lifestyle pack, but I did manage to get another market table in here, so it does end up working out in the end, but it will look slightly different than how it does now. It's not too drastic, so I think it's okay, and I think it's better that it's functional when it's uploaded on the gallery and its final piece than when I'm in the middle of building it, right? So now we're going through and getting that vibe lighting happening, making sure all the twinkles hit all the spots, but obviously don't get in the way of all the items that we have going around. So I don't have lights all the way through, but for the most part they do line the little walk path that I have being set up in the middle, and I will do the train paint for that soon as well. I keep it very simple and basic in that sense, mostly because when you're going to be using this lot, there will likely be snow on the ground, so the train paint won't even matter all that much. Technically too, because the washroom stalls are off the lot when I use Tool, it affected that checking the required items, so I do add some washrooms on the back of one of the market stalls as well. I believe it was on the back. I am a little hazy on that right now. I'm second guessing myself. Nonetheless, fully functional lot, Tool or not, and I do leave that washroom stall back there too, because it doesn't hurt to have more washrooms available, and I liked the centerpiecing I did with the Christmas tree there, so I didn't want to take away from that at all. I do kind of use dirt to show where Sims maybe are walking, that there isn't the stone path. I feel like it blends the path in a little better too, and overall I am so thrilled with how this lot turned out. I think it turned out so cute, and I love all the little detail, and it was so fun bringing some Sims here to test it out. Again, flashing back to that date vibe, we of course had to get a romantic blanket in there from the oh gosh, I'm blanking on the pack, but the love pack that came with the dating app and all of that. Why can't I think of it? All right, here is the end of the video, the little walkthrough. I won't talk over it too much. I'll let you enjoy the vibes. Thank you so much for being here, watching my first video back, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, show your support however you can, and most importantly, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye guys.